Love means doing what God has commanded us, and he has commanded us to love one another, just as you heard from the beginning.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bumper Sticker Wisdom. I'm Jason.
I'm John.
Brother John's going to say a quick little prayer and we'll get started.
Father in heaven, thank you for giving us this opportunity. We ask that you just ordain this time for anybody who gets the opportunity to hear it, Father. And we just ask that you guide people towards it. We ask that the Holy Spirit come through us and just say exactly what needs to be said in time for not only us, but for those who get to hear it. We thank you, Father, and it's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Orale, vato.
What's up?
What's going on? How are you?
I'm good.
All right. You don't seem good.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Yeah, probably. I'm good. Anyways, what'd you do all weekend?
It's getting more intense by the second, man. I didn't do much this weekend, man. We had a funeral Saturday for somebody that I'm not really I know who they are, but I'm not real familiar with. But funerals are just rough and in general. And you know, I don't know. We've probably talked about it before, but like I'm not a funeral person. Like for me personally. When I'm no longer here, I don't want that. I don't want people making an ass of themselves or, just making a spectacle of things. Like I want people to share stories of the things that you loved and hated and all that kind of stuff. But I don't like being the center of attention as it is. I don't want my no longer being here to be a reason for people to suddenly want to care about each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think you should care about each other anyway. And on top of that, if you cared about me, let's talk about it today, not then.
Not when I'm gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty crappy. It's cold.
It was cold Saturday.
Yeah.
But not like it was the previous Saturday.
No.
The previous Saturday it was
Dude, my pool's got like this thick ice in it.
Still?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That's crazy, man.
Of course I go out there yesterday and I'm jacking around with it. And so I think, I'm going to punch this ice.
Wasn't a very good idea, was it?
Not the greatest plan, no. And so I was like, damn. So I stuck my hand up in there and tried to grab a piece and it's like that.
It's like an old TV, like the old tube TV, the glasses that stick thick.
Yeah, it was like, damn.
Wow. Yeah, we did that, and we had our grandson, and we had some friends over Saturday. Brittany and Eric came over, and we hung out with them for a while. And I had some work stuff going on too, like interrupted that, which was not fun and didn't make me happy. But it is what it is. But we had a good time and just kind of chilled, really. And then yesterday, came home, cooked, didn't really do much after that.
Yeah.
We had a leadership thing at the church or for the church yesterday evening. It was good. You know what's funny about that? It was good, but I always feel pretty out of place in situations like that. I assume that's either my own self-doubt or it's just the enemy being what he is and doing what he does. And Pastor Richie asked for non-staff leaders to pray, which is, obviously the people on staff are always willing to do stuff like that. You know what I mean? And so I had the urge to do it. I fought the urge for a minute, and then I did it. And then I started to do it, and someone else started right when I did and completely made me feel foolish. And Yeah, so I was like, yeah, this is exactly how the enemy operates right here. Like,
Yeah.
just he's gonna let me step out. I'm trying to step out and surrender, right? I'm trying to be bold, but yet step out in a moment of surrender and do what I feel like God's compelling me to do, or the Holy Spirit's compelling me to do. And as soon as I do, I fall flat on my face, and yeah, I still ended up doing it, just so you know. But it completely took the mojo away. It completely took.
You were about to fire one off.
I had it. Yeah, it was all there. Like, it was like I could feel it, and it was coming, and then
Yeah.
and then you know exactly what I'm talking about. But and then since then, it's been one of those things that's in my head now, and the enemy's been trying to use that to distract and discourage. And I had a long conversation with God and the enemy on the way here this evening, and I'm just not listening to it. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, I still did what I felt like God compelled me to do. And it, for those around me that I'm worried about judging me, it wasn't for them anyway. It was for the people that it did hit and it then did accept it, and for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm done worrying about all that.
Yeah. That's a rough spot to be
It was pretty
in.
embarrassing in there for a second, but at the same time, bro, it's like, you know what? It's not what it's about. You know, I felt like I was doing what I was being urged to do spiritually.
Yeah.
And level of success really isn't that important, right? Sometimes
still,
just
still
doing
stuck
it.
your neck out there though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not about how good you do. It's like, are you gonna do it?
100%.
Are you gonna do it?
Are you gonna do it? Yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it. I don't know why. I always just kind of. I guess I just doubt myself and don't feel like I belong in rooms like that.
It's pretty easy to get that, to have that feeling though, when your comfort level's not really.
Yeah.
Like you haven't ever adjusted to that level of comfort, anyways.
Yeah.
And to be put on the spot like, hey, pray.
We need people to pray. Somebody's going to pray. And I was like, of course, I'm doing like everybody else. I'm waiting to see if somebody else is going to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But after the first person, which was Donnie King, I know you know who he was or who he is. He's one of the old men that would stand at the door and shake hands and all that kind of stuff. And he's Pastor Pam's dad. He fired off at the first, and he's not usually super vocal. You know what I mean? Although I have heard him before, but it's just not something he normally does in a corporate type of setting.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I guess that just was an inspiration in that as well. And you know, I know this. I know that in order for us to grow, we have to be challenged outside of our comfort. And I've been thinking a lot about surrender lately. And I guess to me, surrender means doing it in spite of my own thoughts and my own feelings. Because I've always been able to convince myself to not do things. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't feel comfortable or I don't feel equipped. And again, if you really boil it down to brass tacks and you pay attention to what God's word says, those are lies.
Yeah.
He equips you. You don't equip you.
Yeah.
He equips you. If you surrender. Right?
That's a big if.
Yeah, it is.
It's a big if.
It's a big if. And so I've been dealing with that a lot recently. And it's something that I feel like it's kind of like the next part of my journey is learning how to surrender in all circumstances, right? Because I can surrender in circumstances where I feel like, okay, I'm this is my lane. I can handle this.
Yeah.
But it's surrendering in those lanes where I don't feel quite so comfortable, or like I feel like I don't belong there.
Yeah.
Kind of situations. And I'm not going to tell you it's not hard. It's absolutely hard and terrifying
Yeah.
But who do I trust? Me or him?
Yeah. Got to be him.
I mean, it's got to be.
Yeah. Got to be.
Doesn't always work out that way, right?
Yeah.
Sadly enough, I end up trusting my own understanding a lot more than I trust his, right? And that's not what's supposed to be. I'm supposed to trust in the Lord with all my heart and lean not on my own understanding, right? And all my ways submit to him, which is just the same thing as surrender, and he will make your path straight. So I take the winding road more often than not.
Yeah.
What do you see?
That's what I'm hearing.
What are you hearing? Is it a Z?
No, it sounds like someone's out there like on the weight bench or something.
Really?
Like that's what it's like.
Do we go check it out?
It's my only good ear too, so you know.
No, I don't hear anything. I don't hear it.
Maybe I'm tripping.
What about you? You didn't ride your motorcycle this weekend?
No, sir.
Or last weekend?
No, I was going to yesterday. It was a nice enough day, but I just gave up. I did come out here and start it, let it sit here and idle for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why'd you give up?
Because I went and hung a TV.
Okay.
And it was a perfect opportunity to just haul ass over there and, hang a TV and this, that, and the other. But I had a couple tools that I was going to take just in case.
Yeah.
And then I get there and I didn't need it. So I didn't ride it over there.
Oh, I got you.
Which I should have. I should have just went.
I got you.
But it worked out. Anyways.
Well, good. Glad
yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, it needs to warm up long enough to go ride, like serious ride.
I still don't have the testiculars, man. I don't have enough. I don't have experience, and I'm not confident enough to even sit on that damn thing.
Yeah,
just not. I don't know enough about it. You know what I mean? So like, it's the same thing as like praying for people the first time. You know what I mean? It's like I have no idea what I'm doing right now, and like I don't want to fall flat on my face in that scenario. You know what I mean? Like,
oh well, just got to be. Just got to be careful. I mean, you just got to.
It seems a little overwhelming, right? And I think that's the thing. Like, I have enough body strength to hold this bad boy up if I need to and all that, but I don't feel like I do. You know what I mean?
I laid it over.
What?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
It's been back. It's back when summer was just like we were going into that fall transition.
End of summer, fall start.
I hit some gravel, and I was pulling out of one of my buddy's driveway and hit some gravel, and I spun it around and laid it right on its side. I mean, it was like that quick too.
Dang, man.
Yeah, it was crazy. I like pulled up there, stopped, looked. I mean, I knew there was gravel there, but I just let the clutch out all slow too. I was just gonna idle out of there. And right when I let it out, it's like I just let out a little too fast, I guess.
Yeah, it didn't grip.
No.
The wheels just went.
Sink gravel everywhere. It's pretty crazy.
You underestimated it for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You miscalculated.
Because I have 1 foot on the ground.
Yeah.
And I'm holding on to the throttle, and when it took off, kind of took off without me. It's like,
and you're still standing there.
I was standing there, had 1 foot planted on the ground.
That's crazy. Yeah, so like to me, you have to have confidence in those situations, in something like that. And for me right now, I would feel like a newborn baby trying to walk. You know what I mean?
You ride it once, you'll be. And that's the one to ride if you want to ride one, because that one don't cost shit.
Well, it doesn't belong to me, so that costs everything in my mind. You know what I mean? I wouldn't know what to do. I don't know how to control it. I don't know what's what. I don't know how.
You ever ridden a dirt bike?
When the last time I was on a dirt bike, dude, I was like 7.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A little mental refresher, but you'd be all right.
This guy right here is like, you be all right. Just go. Just go. We got this.
It's turning it that's weird because it's stretched out so far.
It's more of a lean than it is a turn, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you still turn it, but it's
Yeah, and that one it's a little different because it's stretched.
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but that's the one to ride if you want to learn how to ride one. Cause
If I were gonna ride, I'd like to, but if I just want to cruise, I don't want to do.
that's all I do.
I'm not trying to go to work and back every day. I just want to go cruise.
Oh yeah. You say that now. Go cruise one time and you'd be like, damn, I wish I could ride this to work.
It's cheaper.
Yeah, it costs
Way cheaper.
$7 to fill it up.
Yeah. And how many miles you get out of $7?
I don't know. The speedometer don't work, so the odometer don't work.
You think that's something that should be fixed? Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll get to it when I get time. I just keep up with. I just keep up with the flow of traffic.
Whatever everybody else is doing.
I just find someone and I follow them.
When you don't ride it all that often, yeah. I mean,
I was riding it just about every weekend there for a little while, but not like real far.
yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
I was just curious, man. I don't know. Again, I just don't know much about it. I didn't grow up with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like guns. I didn't grow up with that either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not that I'm completely ignorant to them or anything like that. Like I didn't grow up with it. Nobody really taught me anything about them, so I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I own a couple firearms. They've never been fired. Why? Because I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
That's one of them that you can get used to real easy. All you gotta do is go to like a indoor, out at Carry On.
Yeah.
They have an indoor firing range. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, you go there. And you can ask them, you're like, hey, someone come help me real quick. They'll come help you.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Never done anything like that before.
That's the ones that told me. Yeah, I can't say this on air because I don't want no one to know. They're the ones that told me I couldn't fire a certain gun in there. So. Like, no, you can't bring that one in here.
You're like, okay.
Yeah, it's like, all right.
Well, at least they'd let you know
Yeah.
instead of letting you come in there illegally.
Oh yeah, and then
Yeah. Getting a little fully automatic.
get the hell out of here.
Yeah. No, it's just again, it's like anything else, you know what I mean? I'm not comfortable.
Yeah.
And so I would have it's like the first time I ever got on a forklift. I had no idea what the hell I was doing, and they just let me roll. You know what I mean? Which is more terrifying to me because I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So I have no idea what the standard is if I'm in a situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like I that's what scares me about doing stuff like that. Firearm, just point it away from you and you should be okay for the most part. You know what I mean? But what if I'm pointing it at something else? You know what I mean? I just am saying, like, if I'm in a situation where, okay, I don't know what to do, to me, that's a potential for a life-threatening situation.
Yeah.
On a motorcycle, with a firearm, on a forklift. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to hurt myself or anybody else.
Yeah.
And so I don't have any confidence. I need to be taught. And I guess that's just the way I'm wired. You know what I mean? But you can't just show me. I have to do it, but I need somebody to show me while I'm doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm a show me person, but I have to have somebody there that I'm confident in to help me take those first steps. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I feel like I'm going to fall flat on my face and I'm going to hurt myself.
Who would you go to?
To do what?
I'm just saying, like, to help with confidence in any situation, who would you go to?
Somebody. Well, it has to be somebody that I know knows about it. You know what I mean? So, like, I would trust you to. Okay, what do I do on a motorcycle?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I'm like saying like something that we're not talking about. Who would you go to?
Oof. It depends on what we're talking. Again, it has to be somebody that I
Yes,
know
I know it sounds vague, but there's one answer that it should be.
Jesus.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. So
Well,
the whole point, like this whole conversation carrying on and babbling about what probably sounds like nonsense to people.
Yeah.
Is just a proven example of putting your trust. So when you're going through hard times that you've never experienced before.
Yep.
I mean, Jesus did that.
Yep.
That's a good time to lean in.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take
100%.
take a step back for a minute, kind of lean into that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to say Jesus can't ride a motorcycle, but I'm not going to ask him to teach me how to ride a motorcycle.
No, I'm not saying like a specific
I totally
thing.
get you.
I just, like when you talk about all the stuff that's going on around you, like
yeah.
if you're going through turmoil and you don't know how to deal with it, or if you're going through, I don't know, a family member that's ill and you don't know how to handle it, or whatever. I mean, easiest path.
We're talking about life things that pop up in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to deal with this. I don't know how to deal with that. Emotional struggle, spiritual struggle, financial struggle, health struggle, those kinds of things. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't know where the hope is. There's only one answer, and that's Jesus, of course, 100%. Yeah. Agreed
to disagreed. Got a piano we're trying to get rid of.
That piano out there?
Yeah.
Is somebody willing to buy it?
I just want them to take it. They can have it.
Golly, dude. I would actually take it if I had a place to put it. I really would.
That's just it.
Because I like pianos.
Tired of it being in the way.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, come get it.
Bro, you've cleared that bad boy out really well, though.
Oh, yeah.
That shop is
I go out there all the time.
pretty wide open
Dude,
at this
I
point.
go out there all the time, and it's like I start reorganizing and moving. Oh, yeah. I reorganized my mom's whole corner, like restacked everything, and then I was
trying
like,
to tighten it up
I
a
was
little
like,
bit more.
nope, this is going, nope, this is going, nope, this is going.
Are you one of those? Because my wife gets not mad at me, but it's just like I like to rearrange shit, right? Like once things have been a certain type of way for a certain period of time, I'm like, something has to change.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm like that, but
Yeah.
I like your living room's been the same since you moved in here. Once you got your furniture, me personally, I would have already changed it at least once.
But here's the problem: is there's not a whole lot of ways that we can.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. We've been in our house for I think we're coming up on 4 years, and our bedroom's been the same since we moved in there, and it's driving me crazy.
Yeah.
Every single day I walk in there, I feel like I need to change it. I need to change it. I need to change it. I don't know why I'm like that. Have you been in our living room, bro? How many times has it changed?
A bunch.
All the time.
Yeah.
Every time we want to do something or something to add, she'll say something, and I'll be like, I got free reign. I can change everything and redo it and make it. And then I'll be not unhappy with it. It's like, I'm cool with it. It's comfortable and all that. But like, sometimes you just got to just change it and make it feel different. You know what I mean? It kind of just changed the environment. You know what I mean? And I don't know why I'm like that. I've been that way. My mom was like that. I guess that's probably why she was like that too. About once a year, the living room would change. The configuration would completely be different. You know what I mean? Or a couple times a year, things would change in different parts of the house. The living room maybe once a year. The dining room would be another. Kitchen would be another. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course, with your kitchen, you're limited.
Yeah.
Because stove's got to be there.
Yeah.
Fridge has got to be there. You know what I mean?
Well, like our living room, dining room, and kitchen all connect.
Yeah, it's all wide open.
Yeah,
I like that.
So there's really the kitchen table's got to go where it's at. I mean, I can't put it where the couches are. You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess you could.
Yeah,
I just don't not recommended.
It'd be really ridiculous.
Really weird. But yeah, it's just kind of like that. But I was wondering. So for the last, what have we been? Maybe 3 or 4 months. We've been doing this Bible thing.
Yeah.
We have both gone. We read Revelation simultaneously, and you've gone in different directions. I've gone in different directions. Like, is there anything specific over the last few months that has, like, a specific theme or a specific thought that has stood out to you over the last few months?
I don't know that there's any specific thing. I know that I'm trying to slow down as I read because I'm getting like run dumb while I'm reading.
Me
Like
too.
I'll read the whole thing and I understand what's happening, and then as soon as I get done, I'm like,
What just happened?
I can't even remember what I read.
Yeah.
So I'm really like dumbing it down, and like I hate to say it that way, but I have to dumb it down for myself. Like I got to slow down and dumb it down, and then I'll absorb it a little better.
Yeah.
But I think where it's really starting to take it's starting to work the most is through Exodus, because I remembered so much of that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm only 14 chapters in, but
How many chapters is that? 28?
it's like
I don't know for sure off the
it's
top of my
long,
head.
and like the one I read today was
It's like 58
14
verses.
was long,
Yeah.
dude, long.
Yeah. I was just curious.
It's 40
40
chapters.
chapter book.
Yeah. And
That's
then
long.
let's see how many.
Isaiah
it's
is like 56.
30. It's only 31 verses.
Yeah, but the thing is some verses will be like a sentence, and some verses will be like a couple of sentences or 3 sentences combined. It's kind of long.
Yeah. Like, okay, so this is verse 4. And once again, I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and he will chase after you. I have planned this in order to display my glory through the Pharaoh and his whole army. After this, Egyptians will know that I am the Lord. So the Israelites camped there as they were told. That is verse 4.
That's one verse.
That's one verse.
That was like, what, 32 words? Something like that.
Yeah, and then verse 5 is the same way.
Yeah.
When word reached the king of Egypt that the Israelites had fled, Pharaoh and his officials changed their minds. What have we done? Letting all these Israelite slaves get away, they asked.
Right.
And 6 is short. And then
Did we talk about
freaking 8?
Did we talk about how you could read the entire Bible in a year in 3.25 chapters?
What?
A day. If you read 3.25 chapters a day, you could read the entire Bible in a year. Did we talk about that?
No.
I looked it up recently because I was like, okay, how much because it seems like there for a while we were both kind of like doing like a couple of chapters a day, 2 chapters a day, 2 chapters a day. Then we both kind of bumped up to around 3-ish a day. Then sometimes 4. You know, some days it's like one day you sent me like I read all this and it was like
6 or 7 chapters.
Yeah. So I was like, how much would you have to read per day? How many chapters a day would you have to read in order to read the entire Bible in a year? And it breaks down to 3.25 chapters a day,
So
which isn't that much.
If you did 4 chapters a day,
You'd finish it in less than a year.
yeah, I'd finish in less than a year.
That's really not that much. I mean, ultimately, most of the time, 4 chapters takes anywhere between 11 and 18 minutes, depending on the chapter. You know what I mean? Yeah. And depending on how fast you're reading. Are you reading just to read it, or are you reading to learn something? That's what you're talking about, right? Like you were talking about, like I'm trying to slow down. Yeah. And it's something I struggle with too. Like I find myself sometimes just like
power reading.
I'm trying to get through it. I want to
I do it because like there'll be people walking around in the hallway and stuff, and I'm just like,
I gotta get in.
I gotta finish this, because if I don't, and one of them walks in, then I'm gonna have to read the whole thing over again, because I'm not gonna remember where I was at, or I'm gonna lose track of what I was thinking.
Yeah, 100%.
And then I get done reading it and don't remember anyways.
Yeah,
because I was like speed reading through it. You know, it sounded like an auctioneer in my head. Then I slow down. I'm like, what the hell did I say?
What was that? I don't even remember.
Yeah,
I 100%. It's sometimes you get in the habit of, and I think that I want to make sure for both of us that it's not about the reading and how much you read, but are we reading with a purpose, right? Look, you can power through the Bible as much as you want, but are you absorbing anything?
Yeah.
Right. The more time you actually take to absorb it, the better it's going to be for you long term, rather than just saying, I read it. Yeah. I got through it. Because sometimes I feel like that's what I'm doing. It's a task thing. I'm like, I can't tell Jason I didn't read because I had time to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so now I'm starting to find there's a little bit of a double-edged sword there. It's like, well, I don't want to lie to you and say that I that I didn't have time to read. But I also don't want to tell you, man, I read 3 chapters, but it meant nothing to me.
Yeah, read 3 chapters in 7 minutes.
Yeah. I want what I'm reading to be meaningful. And listen, there are parts of the Bible that are like, it's hard to derive a whole lot out of. It's more knowledge than it is spiritual impact.
Yeah.
Right. Especially a lot of the history in the Old Testament and stuff like that. Like Exodus, there's a lot of good stuff in there, but there's a lot of history.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of what happened.
Yeah.
Not the spiritual stuff.
Moses was a bad dude, man. But he was also
a savage.
Yeah, but he was also like defiant as all get out.
Yeah.
God was going to kill him.
God was mad at him.
Yeah, he's like, I'm about to smite thee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But God got mad at a lot of people that were servants of his, or that he called. He called David, and he got mad at David too.
Yeah.
But that was David's fault. It wasn't God's fault. Same with Moses. It was Moses' fault, not God's fault.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I think that being intentional, which is what we're talking about, being intentional with the time. It's not about how much we read. It's about being intentional with what we read.
Yeah.
Are we taking the time to
soaking it up, or are you just spitting it out? I mean,
I'm just reading so I can tell Jason I read 3 chapters today.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think that's an important thought. I think it's an important thing to take away from it, you know, because I've been thinking that a lot recently. Not that I have. There's been times when I'm still gathered quite a bit here recently. You know what I mean? And I think highlighting helps in that way, because it makes, when you catch something that's important or interesting, you stop. You go, oh, and you highlight that, so it kind of slows you down just a little bit. But at the same time, here lately, I'm not reading my physical Bible because I'm just trying to read the Bible, so I'm using my phone. And it's not the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just not the same.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't read it on my phone.
At all?
I've tried it.
Is there something specific that you think causes that, or just?
No, it's just because I can't lose. I don't want to don't want to lose my place in my
physical Bible. Yeah.
And if I read that, I'm not going to remember what was like. That's just, and plus I'm also such a creature of habit. Like, I'm a freak about it.
Yeah.
If I don't take a shower before I start my day, my whole day, like we got up Sunday, and we were cleaning out our closet and stuff like that. And I hadn't taken a shower yet. And finally I stopped. I was like, dude, I've already had my coffee. I haven't taken a shower. And I was like, dude, I got to take a shower. Like, point blank, period. No, it was Saturday. I got to take a shower. So I took a shower, and we had plans, you know, that night. And I was just like, I got to do it just for normal. Yeah. I'm going to end up taking 3 showers today. Yeah, that's fine. But I have to do it this morning, or I'm not going to be right. Like, I'm just, if I do things, I'd have to do it like it's OCD almost.
Yeah. There's some level of, I get it.
I have to, like when I want to read it, I can go in there and pick up the Bible that you got me, which is a way nicer Bible. I can pick that one up and start reading it. And it's like, nope.
I wonder why that is.
I got to have that other one. I got to have the one that's at work.
That's wild.
And if I carried it around everywhere, it'd be one thing, but I leave it on my desk.
And there's a reason you leave it on your desk.
Yeah, so I'll read it.
So it'll be there because you'll forget, right?
Yeah.
And say 100%.
You know, I left it here for 6 or 7 days after Christmas break.
Yeah. I texted you a couple times trying to help you remember.
Yeah, did you get it? And I was like, damn, I'm already at work.
Too late. But yeah, like, so I think the next step in that journey is like, okay, I think it should be that, you know what, hey bro, I just want you to know, maybe the dynamic changes a little bit. Instead of, hey man, I got 4 chapters in, or hey man, I read this, that, or the other thing. It's like, hey man, I read this is what caught me today. So that way it's like kind of a check-in, but it's like, I read, and this is something that impacted me today.
Yeah.
Right. So that way, at least in your mind is, set on seeking something that's going to hit you in a spiritual way, right? And it's not about volume; it's about quality.
Well, I mean, you learned something from what I read today.
Yeah, I did.
That the winds blew overnight and dried up the seabed.
The crazy thing is as you were reading it, I was like, it does say that. I know it says that. But for whatever reason in my mind,
you're like, it doesn't say that in the Bible. I was like, BS.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
As you were reading the scripture, I was like, I'm totally reaching back to a place where I remember hearing it now. But in that time when we were first talking about it, I was like, no, dude, the water parts, it's dry and they walk across. No, they actually waited an entire night.
Yeah, he parted it that day, and they waited there overnight, and the winds dried the sea floor up.
And I think the reason my mind does that, and the reason our minds do that, is from things like Hollywood and watching movie depictions. Yeah. And it's all instantaneous, and the Egyptians are bearing down on them, right? Yeah. So it's like, we got to part this sea and get across now. Yeah, is what you have in your head.
But if you slow down and read it, it says that they could see them marching towards them from a distance.
Yeah. We don't, dude, do you know how far you can see on a flat surface? It's pretty far. You can see pretty far. It takes a minute to get to cover that ground.
Well, you can see the skyline of Amarillo almost from Boys Ranch. Mm-hmm. That's a long ways, dude. And if you're walking,
that's a distance.
You're marching after them. Bro, you got time to lay down and take a nap. I promise you. They're not catching me.
Yeah, 100%. So in your mind, that's what the world has done. We've made everything such a microwave thing. It's instantaneous. Yeah. That miracle was instant, right? And I've said a couple times it's like a twofold miracle. It wasn't just the parting of the sea; it was a dry ground. Yeah, right. And listen, just the wind blowing overnight is not going to dry up a wet seabed in the one. That's a miraculous thing. I'm sorry. I'm just telling you. That's still a God ordained thing. Like that's God powered wind. Yeah. Not
I think the hard part, like, to really actually wrap your mind around is that, because when you think about it, like, walls of water on each side. I mean, can you imagine, like, walking through that and you're looking over like, God, I hope he don't drop his staff. Please don't let these waters come back on us.
I can only imagine how anxious you would be even stepping onto it.
It has to be. I mean, can you imagine how tall they are? I don't know how deep the Red Sea is.
I don't know either, but you feel like it's got to be 100-foot walls.
It's got to be way. The Red Sea's got to be.
Let's look up.
How couple deep is 100 feet deep at least.
No, let's look it up. How deep is the Red Sea? Yeah. How deep?
Where Moses crossed. Oh, shit.
Holy, it's almost 10,000 feet deep. Yeah.
So, okay.
What?
So now think about this. That's like hiking up Pikes Peak almost. Pikes Peak's like 14 or 13.5 or 14.5, something like that.
Yeah, but displacing it's going to be taller than that.
I know, but then you're going down and then coming out. So it's not just a hike down in there. It's a hike coming up out of there.
Oh, my gosh. That's nuts.
Do it where Moses crossed, because that was one of the...
Where Moses crossed. 2,500 feet. Okay, but still, 2,500 feet displaced on either side is going to be substantially taller than 2,500 feet, because it's now you got to displace that water, however width.
Yeah,
and
I wonder how.
That's crazy.
It also considered a plausible shallower option. This area is generally.
The Gulf of Suez is saying, like, because there's not, I'm guessing what they're trying to tell you here is that there's not a definitive, hey, this is where they were, but it's like, hey, it's probable that.
Can you click on that picture right there?
This picture right here? Yeah.
Look at that.
Wow.
That's wild, dude. That's the Red Sea right there, right?
Yeah, this right here. It looks like a giant river is what it looks like to you. To me.
Yeah. It doesn't look like it's very wide, huh? But it's plenty wide enough.
Go look at it from a world map.
So Egypt is the top, huh? On that side, that's Egypt,
Right
like
here?
right in like kind of that brown area.
I think so.
That's
I believe
Egypt. So I mean, maybe he crossed over there where it is kind of like a river.
Right there.
Yeah, because Israel's right up there.
Suarez.
I mean, Israel's just right up there.
That's a good question, man. I don't have the answer to that, but that's crazy.
I'm terrible with geography though, so it could be.
Well, I know that Egypt is in the northeastern corner of
Africa. Yeah.
Right.
And then just right across from that is Israel.
It's the Middle Eastern part of the world. So that's crazy. Like just thinking about it. And then so in our minds, it's such a small thing, right? In our minds, it's not nearly as big as what the reality of it would have been. And we've talked a few times about how like
you said 100. It's got to be 100 feet.
Okay, it's substantially bigger than that.
23.
Substantially bigger than that. I didn't know it was that deep. I had no idea.
That
doesn't look like it would be that deep.
That's crazy to me. 10,000 feet in the deepest.
But think about it like this. It's like, ooh, man. So God overcame every one of the Egyptian gods with the plagues.
Yeah.
Right. And so why wouldn't he overcome this natural thing? And so in our minds, though, it's very simple. It's just a, you know what I mean?
The funniest plague, I think, the
funniest plague.
Yeah, dude, the funniest one is the one of frogs. And then, like, they were on the beds, they were under the beds, they were everywhere. And then when they died, he just like, poof, they all died. And
they're just there.
They're still there. Like, it wasn't just like they vanished. It was like, now deal with this.
Now they're all dead. Now you got to deal with
now
the
everything.
smell.
Now it stinks. You got to pile. They it literally says that they made mountains out of them, and that they piled them up. Like, it's dude,
crazy. Like the whole thing is like the more and more you kind of dive into it and dig into the potential of it. And look, this is where the rational mind messes things up. Okay, this is where faith comes in.
Yeah,
right. We've talked about that before a little bit too. Like the rational mind starts to make you think there's no way. There's no way that that's possible. Yeah. There's no way. There's nothing inside of my mind that you've ever seen in history post that says that that's possible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thing is, it's not just documented there.
Yeah.
It was documented in other places by people that were not Jewish people or Israelites or Hebrews or whatever.
They've also found parts of chariots in the bottom.
Yeah. And coins and spears and all that, swords and shields and all that kind of stuff. I mean,
that movie also makes it like some of them survive, you know, like Moses gets tossed around when the waters come in, and then the chief slave driver or whatever for the Pharaoh, he gets tossed around and lives. Like that movie depicts it so like
if there's 2,500 foot on either side coming down,
nobody's gonna survive it.
It's everybody.
But it says that nobody surved. Yeah. None of the Egyptians or the Pharaoh's soldiers survived.
Anybody who was currently on shore before it closed, I guess, that they were still chasing. That's crazy, man. And that's why our mind wants to make it so simple. Right. And that's why I like in my mind, I'm like, it's like 100 foot. No, it's about 25 times what you think in your mind.
Yeah.
You know, to me, I'm thinking I could walk out there and there's a water tower that's roughly 100 foot. That seems too large to imagine in my head.
Yeah. They're 250.
Oh, a water tower is 250.
Yeah. Our water towers around here are 250.
Is there a reason for that?
No, it's just how tall they are.
You're
the
only person I've ever met in my life that would know that.
Okay, so I can tell you why they go tall with them. So for every foot of elevation you get with water, you develop 8 pounds of pressure. So when you put them tall, you got neighborhoods to feed with water.
Yeah.
You got to have enough
pressure
to come down.
Got it.
I think it's for every foot you get 8 psi. So So if you take, go up 250 feet with, it doesn't matter how many gallons are there. It's just the PSI you're developing through
You get 16, 17, 1800 PSI.
Yeah. Coming down I don't know what that is, a 48-inch pipe.
Yeah, 4 foot wide.
Yeah.
That's crazy. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was part of what we had to do when I got my sprinkler license. You have to know all that stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I learned another new thing today.
Yeah.
I've been learning a lot today.
Yeah.
That's crazy. This whole thing just reminds me of how we've dumbed everything down too much. Honestly, we don't even know half of it. The half of the depth of things.
Yeah.
Depth, and I didn't mean it like that, but yeah, we don't even know the brevity of half of what we're talking about. We don't understand half of what.
Still going down into a 2,500 feet deep canyon is what it is at this point.
Yeah.
Going down into that and then coming back out of it.
Yeah.
Like,
and
bro.
dude, we were talking last time about like it wasn't just a walk, like it wasn't like a 5-step we're home thing. No. Like it was a march, like a long one.
Yeah.
So how many days was it like that?
4,000 people. Isn't that what it was?
I'm not.
And all their livestock and
whatever. Let me. So how many? Does it say how long it was like that, or how long it took?
I don't know. It says as they started getting close, the waters
started to kind of slowly close
to close in on them, so that they could get there.
How long do you?
I don't know. I mean,
there's no way to know, but how long would it have taken? I mean, you know what? I guarantee. I have a feeling it's like 40 days.
It'll be something 40 hours. 40.
There's
no way they would have. I mean, I would think they would have to have crossed somewhere a little smaller because, dude, would they really sleep there?
I would not be able to sleep.
No, you know what I mean? Like,
no, we're going to keep
would
walking.
Anybody in their right mind sleep with 2,500 foot walls of water on each side of them?
I don't think so, bro.
I wouldn't.
No, I'm not.
I mean, but if you look up there at the top of the map a little bit, like,
yeah,
that little sliver,
the little peninsula thing,
right there,
like right there,
yeah, somewhere in there,
huh?
And it may not be. That may have only been a couple 100 feet deep.
Still,
yeah. That's the Mediterranean Sea right there too, huh?
If it's north of Africa, yeah.
Yeah, and then so that little river connects it.
Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna do a Google World. I want to see it from because it's not letting me look at it the way I would like to. I can only see that small picture. Oh, Google Earth. I say Google World.
I think it's like it's different now. Like I think you have to.
Okay, yeah, you were absolutely right. Egypt is up there in that northeastern corner.
Yeah, and then so Israel is just right up the way from there.
Yeah, that is definitely the Mediterranean Sea. And so your smallest portion would have been right there at that northeastern corner of Egypt. So it makes a lot of sense. The Gulf of Suez, that's what that article was saying, is it probably crossed there, or it makes more sense. But that was still a couple of 100 feet deep.
And probably looks to be at least a quarter mile, half mile wide, or maybe even longer.
That's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, like you said, here's Israel.
Yeah.
Eventually where they would go. Crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, it's amazing what you find when you start to really look at things, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What's that there's a little island out here somewhere. Will it tell you what that one is right there?
This one?
No, over here. That one. Somewhere in there. Like, can you zoom in and will it tell you?
Kuriti?
Hold on. Let me look real fast.
Kuriti?
I can tell you what it's called. I sent it to my wife.
Is this something naughty?
No, it's
okay.
No, there's an island there.
Oh,
that eventually at some point in my life I want to go see.
Livico Pelegos.
It's freaking awesome too.
This is not where I thought this conversation was going to end up. 100%. Which is nothing new. That's pretty normal.
That is it though.
This is the name right here.
Yeah. It's Greek. It's a Greek island.
Híjole.
I think it's called Crete. Crete.
Oh, it is Crete. Yeah, Crete. It says Crete, but Crete.
Yeah, but that's probably Greek. Yeah, it is Crete. Or Crete, I don't know. Crete.
Crete.
Kreet is how it's pronounced. It's spelled Crete, but it's pronounced Kreet.
Crazy.
The 90th largest island in the world. 5th largest island in the Mediterranean Sea.
Crazy. That's crazy. It's cool. It's hard to wrap your mind around. 100%. Like when you start thinking about, that stuff. And all those things are still geographically still there.
Yeah.
They're different than they were then, I'm sure. But yeah, we've shrunk things in our mind to make them make sense. You know what I mean? I think that's what happens is like we kind of make things smaller than they really are to just make it make sense. That's the only thing that makes sense in this regard, because it's not described specifically in the Bible, but like who's to say God didn't part the widest part of that sea?
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah.
Nobody. It doesn't say in there. So people are like, well, it probably was this area. It's a little bit smaller, a little more feasible, although it's unfeasible, which we're just shrinking God and that's what the point I'm trying to make. Like we're shrinking the power of God. You do recognize that God is all powerful and he can do whatever he wants to do.
Yeah.
And if he wants to part the Atlantic Ocean, he can do it.
Yeah. Ooh, wouldn't that be something? Or the South Indian Ocean? Isn't that the deepest ocean in the world?
The Indian Ocean, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. But you see what I'm saying? Like we've shrunk things, but it's like, well, but that wouldn't make any sense. How's that possible? He makes the impossible possible. Right?
Yeah.
It says all things are possible with God. All things. All things. All the things that you can think of are possible.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And it's just like, it's mind-boggling, and that's why we try to simplify things and make it make sense. But, man, stop. Well, I think we overdo it. That's the thing. Yeah. It's like we're overthinking it.
Yeah.
You know? And I want to, as far as the whole Bible journey, I think that being more intentional about what we are reading and absorbing is more important than, hey, I read this much today, so maybe we change that dynamic just a touch and just say, hey, this is what I was into today. Here's a verse or something that stood out to me today.
Yeah.
Maybe just make it be a little more intentional. So we're like trying to find something that's impactful or interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think? I talk too much.
No. So I told my wife she was drawing her eyebrows too high.
Okay.
She looked surprised.
Yeah, she did. I would be surprised too because you're brave. I'm going to go with a little bit of a silly wisdom. Mark Twain. A man who carries a cat by the tail learns something he can learn in no other way.
Yeah. And he gets the shit scratched out of you.
Yeah. But you ain't going to learn that lesson unless you do it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a little silly.
Yeah.
Not quite.
It's like carrying a rattlesnake by the tail.
No, thank you. What are we, 111? We're at 111. Very nice.
Jeez.
Yeah. It's going so fast anymore.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me the other day, how long you been doing this? I was like, we just started year 3. They're like, what?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in year 3, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. Dang.
It's awesome.
3 años, por favor.
3 años. Let's go for another.
you like what you hear, come check us out. We're everywhere, literally everywhere.
You're going to have a hard time not finding us. Yeah, just type it in.
Literally everywhere.
Peace.